The Quest 2 versus the Quest 3. Which one should you get or should you upgrade? We're going to talk about both of those in this video so you can make a decision on which one is going to be the right one for you and whether you should or not. So I want to say the Quest 2 was the first time that VR really hit the mass market and kind of broke through. And so a lot of people really picked up on VR during the Quest 2 a few years ago. We're sitting at the Quest 3 now, but how much of those improvements really mattered? And I want to say the biggest difference that you're going to notice if you haven't experienced it yet, they were introduced in the Quest Pro, which I do have here, pancake lenses. And for those that are unfamiliar with them, Fresnel lenses are on the Quest 2 and some older devices to where the focal point is directly in the middle. So you kind of have to use your head to look around, which is really easy to get used to. And most people don't even realize it's a thing. The pancake lenses are a lot different and you can use your eyes to look around more and you have a lot more edge to edge clarity. And the Fresnel lenses on the Quest 2 also had issues with what a lot of people would refer to as God rays, basically like bright lights or bright like lettering that would have like stretch light. And that was really tough for a lot of people because it kind of broke the immersion. But for most people, they didn't really mind it. But the pancake lenses changed that entirely. And that is the really big difference that a lot of people are going to notice. When I first put the Quest Pro on, and I'm just going to go ahead and say this right now, and then I put the Quest 2 back on, I said, I'm never using the Quest 2 again, just because there was such a huge difference in the lenses and the quality of what you're getting. The other big thing is there's a brand new processing chip in the Quest 3, which makes things a lot faster. And that is shown a lot of performance. A lot of games now have a feature where they're coming out with enhanced graphics that are only available on the Quest 3. So not only do you get better lenses and better quality, but you also are getting better graphics as a result because there is a new chip in there. The old chip was still in the Quest Pro. So right now the big decision is Quest 2 to Quest 3. So that's a really big part. That's where most of the things you're going to see performance-wise. But there is some other really cool features. There was pass-through to get mixed reality in the Quest 2, but in the Quest 3, we now have a color camera on the front. So you get full color pass through, but you also have a LiDAR sensor that's in the middle. So it will help map the room. You don't have to draw out your boundaries anymore. You can set things up just by looking around the room. It's pretty incredible. And that has been one of my favorite features is the clarity on it is much better. And I have NBA League Pass. I spend a lot of time just sitting there watching a 200-inch screen, watching a live basketball game with other games going on. That's something that I use probably 3 to 4 days a week on top of my regular VR usage. And so there's a lot of things that people like or dislike. As far as battery goes, it's relatively the same between these. The controllers are going to be slightly different with the Quest 2 having the old Halo style and the Quest 3 one being a lot different. A lot of things that happened are on the software side. So there's been a lot of improvements. So you do get a lot more performance out of your controllers in general. But if we were to answer the question of Quest 2 versus Quest 3, obviously it's going to come down to what is your budget. If you can really take that step into VR and you want to like really be blown away, the Quest 3 is going to be where it's at just because the improvements are so drastic from the Quest 2 just because of the lenses alone and then the processing chips. You're getting a lot better quality and power. If you are trying to get into VR for the first time and you're saying, hey, I'm going to go a little bit under, I guess maybe the Quest 3 budget, you go with the Quest 2 and you're going to be very impressed with what things are. If you have a way to try it out first, obviously that's what you want to do, but the Quest 3 is a fantastic generational leap forward that I think a lot of people are going to enjoy. And the Quest 2 to hit mass market, the Quest 3 I think is going to really capitalize on that.